To summarize the periodic trends that we've been talking about, atomic radius, ionization energy, and electronegativity, it all boils down to the strength of the nucleus and how far away the electrons are from that nucleus. All right. So again, in summary here, as you go from left to right, let me switch back to red. As we go from left to right across the periodic table, atomic radius, I'm just going to say AR, is going to decrease. It decreases because the nucleus is getting stronger as you go from left to right. The electrons are not being added any further away from the nucleus. They're all in the same energy level from beginning to end of a particular row. And so that stronger nucleus can draw the electrons tighter and tighter, and therefore the atomic radius gets smaller. In addition to that, switching over to blue here, in addition, because the nucleus is getting stronger, as you go from left to right, ionization energy is going to increase. It increases because you need more energy to pull the electrons off the atom with a stronger and stronger nucleus. And then finally, we'll do this one and say orange. As you go from left to right, because that nucleus is getting stronger and stronger and stronger, the electronegativity, En, also increases. It increases because that stronger nucleus is able to draw the electrons towards it when it's actually bonding. Now, if you go from top to bottom, down the periodic table, atomic radius will increase. Again, it does not increase because you're adding more stuff to it. It increases because the electrons are being added to a further and further energy level. The first row only has the first energy level. The second row has the second energy level, and so on and so forth. So as you go down, the electrons themselves are just getting put further and further away from the nucleus. Because of that, because the electrons are further and further away from the nucleus, as you go down, ionization energy will decrease. It takes less energy to pull the electrons off as you go down because they're further and further away from the nucleus. And because it's easier to pull them off, or not because of it, but in addition to it, when they bond, these atoms have a harder and harder time drawing the electrons towards it. So electronegativity will also decrease. So if you can keep in mind and start off with the strength of the nucleus, and also keep in mind the distance from the nucleus that these electrons are being added to, you should be able to remember these few trends. All right? That concludes Chapter 6.